My name is Robert St. Mary. I go by Bob. I'm a project manager at Alara Engineering.
I'm Claudine Herrick. I was the MEP project manager for the Maine East portion of this project.
I'm Jim Gibson, and I am Alara's K-12 and municipal team manager.
District 207 is a client that we received in 2015. It started out slow. We had a couple of small jobs to begin with, some pool work, miscellaneous stuff throughout the district. In 2016, we got a large project to do a boiler replacement, steam boiler to heating hot water at Maine West, and then high temperature arc heating hot water to condensing at Maine South. Along with that, we air conditioned and replaced the HVAC equipment for the auditorium at West, for the field house at South, various projects.
I think the beginning of sort of the visual for that project started as a master plan. So White and Alara teamed up on a master plan, I think going back to 2017, 2018, which became the foundation of sort of the forward-thinking vision of what would ultimately become the referendum that was passed to facilitate that work.
They went back through the RFQ process and hired White and Company as their architect. We were obviously going to be the engineers for the project, so we were somewhat married together for coordination to work together. So the first thing we did, we put together a master plan for them. Went through all their existing systems, everything that the school had as far as mechanical, electrical, plumbing, gave recommendations, estimated costs, and then that was folded into the amount of referendum that they wanted to go off for.
Master plans are valuable because I think it provides an opportunity for the design, the architecture and the engineering team to engage properly with, the district personnel, their user groups like the faculty, the community, trying to get everyone's goals and vision for the project. And it really sets the tone, sets the stage, for what we think the scope of work is going to be. And I think the other thing too is it allows us to lay out options for, the district and community to consider as far as implementation is concerned, and really just allows us to establish a baseline level of budgets, scopes of work, things like that, to make sure we're all in alignment as we go into more substantial design phase of the project.
Without the master plan, people don't understand the magnitude of the problem. Because we did two critical things. We had a master plan, but then we invited the public in to tour the buildings. And we took them into places that they probably, as a general member of the public, you would never have seen. Without that master plan and without doing the in-depth analysis, you can't explain to people the magnitude of the problem. It was money well spent. We always do it in conjunction with the Health Life Safety Survey, so we get a double bang for our buck.
So in 2018, they went for referendum. And it passed, which fantastic. The next step they went through was to hire a construction manager, and they ended up hiring Pepper. So now the team is set: Pepper, White, Alara.
So there's 3 primary buildings associated with that scope or that project, and those 3 schools are Maine West, Maine South, and Maine East high schools in the 207 school district.
We knew, based on the size of the schools, which each one of the 3 schools are roughly 500,000 square feet, or 500,000 square feet, 500,000 square feet each. So we're dealing with 1.5 million square feet of building. there's no way that you can obviously renovate that type of square footage over summer. So the projects had to be phased.
Obviously, trying to work only during summers is not a lot of time, so the building had to be broken down to accomplish the construction portion of this. And, the construction team might want to do things horizontally, do a whole lot of floor at a time. Like say we're only going to do the second floor of a 3 to 4 story building. But the existing mechanical systems are currently, vertical. So having those conversations and talking about how to do phasing up front and collaborating so that as we took things offline, it made sense with the existing, and then also trying to tie that in with new systems moving forward was part of the challenge that was exciting.
There's, to a large extent, it was focused on mechanical, electrical, plumbing, and fire protection infrastructure, but there's a large architectural component to the work that was completed.
It involved coordinating new areas of new construction and the challenging areas of working with an early 1900s building with minimal documentation to bring that up to code and current standards.
Indoor air quality improves the educational aspect of the students, right? Better indoor air quality increases the educational process.
In old buildings, they just don't have the indoor air quality that, is standard now. So that was a large discussion. And, and then going when COVID hit, which nobody knew, it really became important. So a lot of what we pushed for was, and really Bob St. Mary helped with when he was working with clients and getting this project rolling at the beginning phases, was fan coil units with dedicated outdoor air systems. So there's DOAS units throughout the building. And it decouples the outdoor air from the space load. So it's more energy efficient, but you also have more control over it.
So indoor air quality itself, I think we achieved that in spades. With the use of DOAS, with the use of MERV 14 filtration, MERV 8 pre-filters, the measuring of CO2 in the space, the control of CO2 in the space, to be able to control the ventilation airflow, the individual fan coil on a per room basis that just takes care of that particular space.
So COVID really brought indoor air quality to the forefront of a lot of thinking. I think this is something that designers always thought about, or at least, for a while they have. But really now things like indoor air quality, efficiency, this is really on the forefront of everybody's mind, including, the building, the building occupiers, the owners, et cetera, the operators. So typically from a cost standpoint, you could make the argument that yes, providing enhanced ventilation, things like that do lead to more cost for district. However, there's tools that we can employ as designers to reduce and mitigate that. And really, I look at it as an ROI that the better indoor air quality, thermal comfort, and those types of things that we can provide, the better the people in that building are gonna operate. The better test scores will be, again, reducing absenteeism, things like that. So I look at it as a return on investment. And as designers, we can implement things like energy recovery, variable speed technology. Those are really design elements that we incorporate in most projects, anyways. So we're really able to sort of mitigate, the increasing cost where we can when we're providing enhanced indoor air quality, thermal comfort, et cetera.